There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa.
I'd like to thank my Patreons, Barbara Ann Breen, the High Priestess, and Get Spooky Society. Thanks for the extra support, I really appreciate it. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just getting into the groove of the music. Do you like my new intro? I thought it looked pretty cool myself. It took me about 5 minutes to do all that. So, yes, welcome in everybody. As you know, Drew is not here tonight. Well, he's in the chat, but Drew is feeling rather off colour. And we wish him all the very best in a speedy recovery, hopefully by tomorrow, because tomorrow we have something special planned. And I'm really looking forward to that. I actually plan my week around tomorrow, which Nadia can verify, literally. I think Nadia also planned her week around tomorrow. I'll get to tomorrow in a moment because we've got tomorrow, we've got Monday, we've got next weekend. All sorts of wonderful, wonderful things are happening. Who do we have here? Oh, we've got me. Yes, Werner's video was a little bit longer than usual. Not by much, but, you know, there you go. It was a very good video, Werner. While I've got everyone, while I'm thinking about it, Werner has reached his 1K. Yay! Woohoo! Oh, dear. And he has 200 hours left to reach his 4,000 watch hours. So if people at some point in the next few days go back and watch some of his older videos, please do. I'm sure he probably won't need it because with the views that his videos gets, he'll probably have it by the weekend's out. So, but anyway, the sooner the better. And so we have all that fluff and stuff. Hello, darling. How are you? We have Werner. Hello, shithead. How are you? Sorry. Just kidding. Don't want to cause dramas. Not a drama channel. My lovely Werner. Intrepids. Hello, Nadia, darling. How are you? Fairy Dragon. Hello, lovely. And so Stash. Even lovelier. Hello, Drew. How are you? Have you had your poo? I'm in a really alliteration mood right now. We've got Fairy Dragon again. Doof Doof. Hello, Karen. I have to talk about Karen in a moment. Doof Doof Paranormal. I need to add that to my list. Oh, and that's it. That's it. 13 people and only 6 people are talking to me. Oh, hello, Marla. How are you? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're doing well. I hope life's treating you well. 2 poos today. Oh, that's good. You must be sick. I didn't get a chance to tell you, Moth. Tell you, Moth? Oh, tell you all, Moth? That all, Moth? I haven't had the chance, that all, Moth, you, to thank all of you, but cheers for the support and love and all my USA viewers. That's wonderful. That's awesome. We've got Fairy Dragon. Hi, Bran. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I caught your last video, as you know. I did see the comment, but I got sidetracked and I forgot to answer your reply to my comment. I saw that you feed them twice a day. That's amazing. That was a stunning video. Doof Doof, I'm yet to watch your video. I'm yet to watch Brandon Abandon's video. Oh, I'm yet to watch everyone's video. You know, I get so far behind, I think, bugger it. I'm just going to wipe the slate clean and start again until tomorrow. Then I get far behind again and I wipe the slate clean and start again. Hello, Ghostly Findings. How are you, Jackie? Any snakies around? They'll be out getting out of the winter weather soon. I don't know how much warm weather we've got left. Mob. And don't forget, if you have a moment, we need to. We were going to go out for lunch one day, weren't we? That was a while ago. That was back in Christmas last year, I think. Just give this video the thumbs up. It's free to do, and it won't take you very long. Any news? I'm going to tell you my news in a moment. I've had... Hello, Dee. How are you, Dee? Have you had a pee today? Sorry. When I'm by myself, I just tend to dribble. Oh, awesome. Can you tell us what your video's about, or is it a bit of a secret, or you don't know yet? So what's everyone? Yeah, when I'm by myself, I just tend to dribble a lot of crap, and I don't make much sense. Kangaroos are out in abundance. They went for a while when we got all the rain and there was grass in the fields, but now they're back on the roads again. Oh, garlic and leeks. Oh, I love leeks. I put leek in my soup. Leeks and potatoes and onions and capsicum, potato, onion, leek, carrot, corn, chicken, and lots and lots and lots and lots of herbs and spices to make it yumpski. What's the yes/no vote? I saw something on Facebook briefly about yes, but I'm not too sure. Can you elaborate on that? Oh, yes, and garlic and ginger. Oh, that's just Nightbot. Oh, 8 months, really? Oh, I can't wait 8 months for soup. Does everybody like my little layout? Oh, I've put the wrong one. I got rid of that one and put that over there so everyone can see my name, but that doesn't matter. I've got like a pride heart, gay pride heart up there. I've got the Aboriginal, Australian Aboriginal flag in the top, well, to me, the top right-hand corner. I have the Torres Strait Islander flag in the bottom right corner. Horny. And yes, another little rainbow pride heart in the other corner. Oh, thank you, Druzy. That sounds wonderful. So is everyone having has everyone had a good week? Happy Friday. It feels like a lifetime since last Friday. I don't know why. Nadia and I have been walking every day this week. We have committed to walk, and we've been walking now 3 weeks in a row, except the weekends. Now, the first week we went walking, it was a Monday public holiday, and we didn't go because it was part of the weekend. The following Friday, it rained, and we chose not to go. So this week was the first time we actually walked 5 days in a row, which was fantastic. So we're hello, Reese. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you. Same as a baby. Oh my goodness. I had no idea. Yes, I bet they do. I bet they do. No, you haven't. You haven't had a good week? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Tell us about it. I know it's annoying when that's a typical male thing. You know, they cough and wheeze and sneeze and colds and flus and say, oh, I'm all right, thanks, mate. No worries. I'll go to work. I'll be fine. Hello, Annabelle. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us, lovely. Good stud, Heather. And so far, I have lost 10 kilos. So I'm really excited about that. I am actually feeling a lot healthier, which is fantastic. So what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about how Word has gone viral all of a sudden. Has anybody got any suggestions as to how that might have happened? And I checked, like I'm not big on analytics. I take a look at the analytics page and I'm like, and I close it straight away. I just don't understand it. There's a couple of things that I watch for. Oh, you don't want to talk about it? That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Are you having a bourbon or a beer? I hope. Oh, no, don't. We are absolutely, yes. And I did look at Werner's analytics, and one thing I found is got a really good click-through rate. That bit I know. And he has a high retention rate on his videos, which is amazing. So there must be a mixture of his tags, his titles, his thumbnails, his content. Absolutely amazing. I have not stopped training. Oh no, you poor thing. There's nothing worse than training. Absolutely nothing worse. Hello. I was just going to say hello to Annabelle, but I've already said hello to Annabelle. Yeah, absolutely. A lot. I mean, everyone's casual. It's too expensive to put on anyone on full time. Casual is a cheap way of maintaining staff. Kilo. Oh, a kilo. Who can do a quick calculation? 1 kilo to pounds. 1 kilo to pounds. Is it pounds? Pints. 2.2 pounds. So if you times that by 10, I've lost 20 pounds so far in 6 weeks. I started walking a little bit before Nadia and I joined up walking on. Soldier on with Codral, soldier on with Codral flu. You can soldier on. How it goes. And so I've decided I'm going to copy Werner from now on. Yes, I said bourbon. Let's have a bourbon, Nadia. I actually noticed in 9 months today, your baby is coming. Are you having a baby? Or is that your zucchini? No, your what is it? Garlic. Oh, I don't know. I've been growing lately. How I've been growing lately? Yeah. Christmas time, yay. Oh no, we've got that. I got over 6,000 views on my shorts, and that's great, Brun. Well done. Was that the latest one? Oh, all your shorts. That's awesome. Yeah, shorts are very popular. And the thing I've noticed is that people who watch shorts don't tend to watch long form content, and people who prefer long form content don't tend to watch shorts. Yet new people have started I am permanent part-time. Oh, I thought you were full-time. Aren't you a manager? Yeah, it is, but I suppose that's what happens when the unions step in and yeah, £2.2 per kilo. When the unions step in and demand higher wages and so forth, I guess there's got to be a price to pay somewhere along the line. Codral. Yes, I love Codral. Occasional workforce will not be good to accrue superannuation for people. No, they won't. They won't. Absolutely not. And it's really hard as casual. I don't know how they calculate long service leave. Okay, so Fluffy makes heaps. Check your analytics to see the best times to post them. Trust Fluff. Yeah, so I'm so far behind. I've got this little thing that's coming up, new comments. Santa Claus is coming to town. And guess who else is coming Dee's way? Me! How exciting. Yes, I am your manager. I work split shifts. Oh, okay. We need unions, but absolutely. He has. Oh, it's not unpopular with the workers. It'll be unpopular with the bosses. Then he will come. Yes, 9 months to behave. Why behave? I prefer to be on Santa's naughty list. Oh dear. Anyway, so the news. Okay, coming up. Let me share my screen with you, and I'll. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. Brun, Brun, I'm going to have to work for 30 years after I'm dead. Oh, wow. That's a lot of hours for part-time. It's like 3 part-times. Oh, yes, that's all right. You can take the person out of the work, but you can't take the worker out of the person. Does that make sense? Well, actually, Wona, you're kind of part-time because you're taking Thursdays off now. You get one. Get on with it. FMD, yes. That's a lot, Rick. Is that yeah, as long as he's paid for it. The problem is I'd probably look at you could probably try looking at renegotiating your contract. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hours. Okay, let me share my screen. I've got a few things coming up. Is Doof Doof Paranormal here still? Or were they actually here in the first place? I can hear myself in the background. It is really, really disconcerting because I hate the sound of my own voice. Some people think I absolutely love it, but I don't. Oh, Betty's here for a moment. I'm just going to leave you backstage, Betty, for a moment. I'm going to get through my things. I'll put you on in a moment. Sorry, love. I just want to share a few. No, I don't want to share a video file. Cancel. I just want to share a few things that are coming up. Present. Share screen. Here we go. Share screen. And what I'll do is I'll do this. Right. I'll start off with my news first and I'll share Come Hither with Heather. There we go. I'll get that up on screen. Can you see that? Ooh. What sort of layout is that? I can't see myself. No, I don't want that either. There we go. That's better. Right. So, okay, so I'll do mine first. Tomorrow, next week, at some point between Adelaide and Bendigo, Drew and I will be going live. I hope you're not sick next weekend, Drew. You better get yourself damn well better. We're off to Bendigo, so we'll be doing that. We'll be going live at some point between Adelaide and Bendigo. That will be really, really exciting. I'm not too sure when we'll be leaving. Knowing Drew, we could be leaving anytime between 4 o'clock in the afternoon and midday the next day, sort of thing. But, you know, shit happens. So I can't guarantee the time, but I'm going to make sure that I've got coverage and we're in a really exciting place. Then on Monday, 11 o'clock, Australian Central Time, Get Spooky Society, Stephanie and I will be ghosting together. Oh, how exciting. Oogie boogie boogie. And if you want to join that, please go ahead and click, go to my front page and set your notification on. Now, I'm going to get up. Oof. Paranormal. And this is exciting because have a look at this. Where the hell is it? Oh, there we are. Scheduled there. One waiting. That's probably me. So 5 haunting questions with none other than yours truly. And that will be premiering at 10:30 a.m. Friday morning, Australian Central Time. And I've seen the video. Karen actually recorded it first, gave it to me to approve, and I did, and I thought it was wonderful. She did an amazing job, and I really love it. So be there for that. Now, let me go back to Intrepids. Because this is tomorrow night on Intrepid's live stream. So go to Intrepid. They are on my front page. And they've got a premiere on Monday, but I want to. Oh, here we go. Karaoke. We've got karaoke again. Karaoke. Yep, it's been 1 month since we made you deaf. We would love to do it again. Join us. And maybe Drew will be making a very special guest appearance if he's not too sick. So that is our live karaoke with Fluffy tomorrow night at, I think it's 7:30. Is it 7:30? 29, 8:30 to 10:30. So that will be exciting. Now, last but not least, I have to go to all that fluff and stuff. Monday night, we are going to finish off our crochet basket. It's been a while, but there you have it. I'll show you my basket in a minute, what I've got so far. And I yelled at Fluffy. I said, Fluffy, Fluffy, I can't carry my basket. I need handles. Can you teach me how to make handles on a basket? So she's like, yeah, I've got your back, Heather. You'll be able to carry your basket everywhere you go. So that's what's happening. I'm sorry if I'm boring you with all these events that are happening, but it's really, really exciting. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. And I have a very special guest. You'll never guess who it is. Actually, you will, because I told you who it was earlier on. Hello, Benny.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry for keeping you backstage all
Oh,
that
girl,
time.
I'm up here making notes for my show this morning. You ain't did nothing. You ain't
My
did.
goodness. Hold up your notebook for me. Let's see how big your notebook is.
Oh, I got a lot of them.
Oh, my goodness, Betty. That's all your notes for your YouTube.
Just for the show. I got different
just
paths for different things. Hello,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
Say hello to Betty, everyone. They're probably bored shitless now.
No, they're not. Why would they be bored?
Oh, hello, Wormstrong. How are you?
Oh, Warmstrong
Welcome
here.
in.
Good morning. Mr. Warmstrong, you see there? I tell you, we see that little notes and all
Yeah.
us come running.
Oh, hello, Outdoors Type.
Yeah.
Mike did an amazing look. You've got to go and connect to Outdoors Type and check out his lives. Oh, I just finished talking about you, Karen. You came in too late. Too bad, so sad. Isn't that the phrase? Too bad, so sad. So sad, too bad. I've got to catch up on your interview this morning too, Karen. That was amazing. Yeah, I just finished promoting my interview that's premiering on Monday. But yeah, Outdoors Type did this gorgeous diagram for his what does he use? Premiere After Effects. And I was just mesmerized by how quickly he edits these animations and things. It was amazing. So go check him out. And especially the five abandoned train lines. Absolutely. Well, I haven't watched it yet. Well, I have watched some of it, but not by myself in front of the screen. Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Oh, you have been here since the start. Well, why didn't you say something earlier? I thought I was talking to myself. Probably waiting to see what I say about it.
Never know
Let's
who
see
watching.
let's see what she says when she thinks I'm not listening. Oh dear, I'm such a bitch. So what are you up to? Tell us, how's everything down your end of the woods, your neck of the woods?
Talking about me?
Yep.
Everything's fine. Florida is hot and, nice and sunny. And just been a busy week. I kind of took off the last 2 days because I was a little tired. So
Tired?
yeah, more deflated, I think. I was even asking Warmstrong how he felt after he got monetized because we've been grinding, and really he had a double grind, and I don't know how he made it. I do not know how he made it, but he made it. And I think
Yeah.
once you see it, then it's like, like all the air comes out of you and you feel deflated, like,
Yes.
so you don't get, well, I haven't gotten it. He seemed to be more joyful than me. Oh, so
Well, yeah, for a moment, I imagine it would be like a kind of relief that you've made it
yeah,
for a while, but then
yeah,
it sets in that now that you're monetized, you've got to keep oh, now that you're monetized, you've got to keep going.
yeah, nothing
My
changed.
video just finished. My video just finished uploading.
Okay, D, yep, I'll pat him for you. I just took him outside.
Yeah. So, oh, cool, awesome. Let's have a look. Oops. Yeah. So, what's your next video all about, Betty?
Ooh, I made him so far ahead. Oh, me going to shop for Target because I had re-looked at it. Me going to shop at Target today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But
Age.
really, I have videos up to April. So I want my May videos to have better quality. That's what I want. So all the ones in April, I've already made. So in
Yeah.
May, I want mine to be better than what they were.
Oh,
I
wow. So
want them
you're
to.
4 weeks ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think we've got somebody here. Oh, it's Nadia. Hello, darling.
This is my first time.
Oh.
Yeah,
First
I've never
time.
come up on a live before.
Oh. I knew what she meant.
Oh,
Her first time. She's a virgin to live stream.
a
Yeah.
virgin live stream, virgin on the ridiculous. Yes.
Aren't we always? Yeah. So it worked. Everything worked.
Your lighting's perfect.
I was upside down, but Jamie fixed that. And now I have flipped over the other way, so I'm probably going to go for my coffee that way, but it's actually over there. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Her lighting is perfect.
Oh, that's a lovely setup, isn't it?
Yeah, I want what she got.
Yeah, so do I.
That's our background for karaoke too.
Oh,
Yes, I
okay.
want that
That's
plant.
nice.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
the
that
same
a
one.
lovely setup? Yes.
Making me feel like I need to do something.
Macrame.
Is it? Oh, yes, of course. My mother had pots like that in her kitchen back in the 70s and 80s. Tasha.
Yes.
Oh, Taja. Tajay.
Tajay.
Tajay. Yes.
Yes, D Tarjay, honey.
Oh, hello, Sarah. How are you? Oh, wonderful. I hope you're doing well. We were talking about you today.
We were. What were we saying?
Oh, none of it was good.
Oh.
No, it was all good. It was all good. No, we weren't really talking about you.
We probably were. Oh,
Werner,
yes, we were.
You don't have to type in Urbex, Werner. Your link drops automatically by Nightbot.
How close
nice.
he? He's really close now.
Yeah, is Macrame coming back in?
Yeah, you can go to Spotlight and buy kits and make your own macrame.
Oh, hello, Christine. How are you? How's your week been? Good, I hope.
I can't remember. She'll come back to me. It was good. It was all good, though. It's all good.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Drew's gone. I think he's gone to sleep. He might have gone to sleep if he's not.
Oh, Drew's sick.
Yes, poor Drew. We'll have to tuck him in and tell him a bedtime story.
I know.
Just greedy.
He looked like a whiny poo.
Yes. Hello, Jared. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I forgot to post the live streaming. I hope you're doing well. I've got three Patreon members at the moment.
Oh, okay. You didn't expect that, did you?
I didn't expect one.
I know she was going to say that.
And I've got to think for my supper. I've got to put up videos on a regular basis.
Yeah,
If
that's
it
the
was,
only.
it's probably been said before. Yes, probably.
Yeah,
Werner, you
yeah.
gotta be monetized.
Content's a problem, isn't it?
Yes, so
Finding.
I reckon Werner will reach will get the 200 hours he needs by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
And he'll be
I'm-
eligible for monetization.
I cut her off.
Oh, that's okay.
Tomorrow night with Intrepids with Nadia here on the screen. I'll enlarge her so you can see.
Oh, great. Yeah, as I said, this is my first time that I've ever joined in a live, so dropping links and stuff like that is usually beyond me. I only just realised that if I swap that over, I can actually read everyone's comments. So
what I'll do is I'll grab your link. I'll grab everyone's link. Or does Fluffy want to grab everyone's link? Or someone? I don't know.
Fluffy, grab everyone's link or not?
I don't know who I've put on as because I swept off all my moderators and I've put some back on, and I've left some off, and it's hard to remember who's a mod and who isn't.
Yes, karaoke.
Oh, no, I don't Fluffy. I want excuse my junior primary spelling. Never mind. There we go. That's the karaoke we're doing. See, and it was absolutely amazing last week.
It's good fun.
Last month. So
I
there
know.
you go.
Gone.
I'll pin that one. Oh, where am I? I can't even find myself. There we go. Yes, it's morning for you lot in America, isn't it? God forsaken work.
It's
Yes.
7:13 a.m.
Work is a 4-letter word, Jared. And I bet it burns your ass. That's an in-house joke. Oh, dear. So what are you writing there, Betty? So what's this yes-no vote?
Thank you, Werner.
Oh, that was about how long is too long for a live.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a poll taken that let me see. Let me go back over and see what the answer was.
Whose poll?
My poll. I thought that's what you was asking.
Oh.
Oh. No, I asked them how long is too long.
Okay. I think 2 hours is long enough. Between 1 and 2 hours for me.
Let me see what they said.
See, it burns my ass.
Okay, 46% say 3 hours is too long. 33% say 2 hours was too long. And 8% said an hour and a half is too long. And 13% said an hour is too long.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I think it depends though who's on there, what they're talking about.
Well, that's true. It goes as long as it needs to. If it's winding up, it's winding up. If it's gained momentum, then just stay on a bit longer.
If you're doing a 24-hour live, you can not only be on for 2 hours either. So it's all relative to what you're doing, isn't it?
Well, that's right.
Yeah, and we limit to 2 hours on purpose. We think that's all your ears can take.
Especially our singing. Tomorrow night, karaoke. We have a 60th birthday. Oh, Dee. Well, enjoy your 60th. Sorry, we won't get to see you tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow night we have who's turning 60? Dee?
Road trip day.
Who's turning 60?
Is it a friend, a relative?
Oh, it's not Dee. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's Dee. Dee's not turning 60.
Oh, okay.
She's going to a 60th.
Oh, okay.
Dee is in Bendigo. What's this one? I'm going to get mine down to half an hour. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes short and shiny. Short, sharp, and shiny. Oh, Robert, we'll say hello to Robert for us. He'll be like, oh, not that bunch of howler monkeys. There have been a few times over the past.
Uh-oh.
She's been to Bendigo a few times in the past.
Sorry? Oh, okay.
She's been to Bendigo a few times in the past, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Oh.
That's where Heather's going, Sarah, for Pride.
Yes.
Next weekend. They're having their own party. Did you? I asked if it was in a hall, but Heather said she didn't know where it was. So
I'm not sure where the actual. Well, there's 3 events. Bendigo Pride goes on for about 3 weeks, I think. And the first, the opening night, there's no Pride March as such, but the opening night is a party. The night that we're going to be there, the weekend we're going to be there next weekend, we're going to the markets, the gay markets, first of all. And then we're going down, a drag queen is doing us a tour of the mines. Apparently she works there.
Are you allowed to record that?
I don't know. I will be asking. And the third part, probably, the third is the gay ball, the glam ball that we'll be going to. So that's exciting. I've got my frock ready.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello,
come explore
with us. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so that would be how cool. I thought Daysford was the big one for Pride. Dalesford. Where's Dalesford? Did I say that correctly?
I didn't even know there was more than one. So how ignorant am I? I thought there was a big one that was on the telly and that was it.
Yeah. Well, you've got Pride everywhere, sort of. Adelaide has Pride. Sydney had World Pride. Bendigo. I think a few other. You got Pride of the South in Adelaide.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We have recorded the mine. We love the paranormal. Oh, okay. Oh, I should bring my paranormal investigation equipment there if I'm allowed to. I don't know what the tour's going to look like, whether we all have to stay in a group and come and go when we're told. But yeah, maybe you can tell us more about it, whether we can do a separate investigation there. But I don't know if we're going to have time. It's just going to be full on. It's a 6.5 hour drive from Adelaide to get there. So if we leave Friday, we won't be getting there till early hours of the morning. Oh, Dalesford's only 1 hour away. Oh. So does Dalesford have a Pride as well? Gee, there you go. That's exciting. The Australian yes, no. What's the Australian yes, no vote?
Isn't that where the Aboriginals
I don't know what it is.
Isn't that something to do with the Aboriginals having a say on things in Parliament? If I got that right? Yeah. Pretty sure that's what
come up. Did that only come up today? I haven't.
No, that's been going on for what? A week.
I know, but are we having a referendum? Are we?
It's been passed in South Australia. It's been passed in South Australia.
Oh, so there's an actual.
On Sunday. Yeah.
Sorry?
It will be on Sunday. It will be passed in South Australia on Sunday.
So it's just. So it's
leading away.
So it's This must be. I must be missing the news.
Yeah, you would have.
Has this been on the news for like ages, or is it just recent?
Yeah, no, they've been talking about it for quite a while.
I know they've been talking about having Aboriginal representation in Parliament. The whatchamacallit, but I don't know what the yes no vote is. Is that our yes no vote? The people
okay. So
Parliament.
So it's going to go to referendum. So it's been passed that it goes to referendum. Hang on.
What they've approved is the question that's going to be asked At the referendum.
What they've approved is the question that's going to be asked at the referendum. What's the question?
There is no question. It should just happen.
We all know that. We all know that, don't we? We all know that.
Go to referendum. Okay, so for our American viewers who are probably lost, Australia has made great strides in reconciliation with our Indigenous people. Now, it all started, you'll notice I've got the Aboriginal flag up there. We acknowledge the historic, oh, hello, puppy. Hello.
Old man.
Old man, yes. Oh, dear, not as old as you, Betty, I'm sure.
He'll be 16, so he's there.
Yeah,
okay,
so
thanks, Jazz. Okay, so it's to alter the Constitution to recognise the first people. So that's the question. Oh, they have to ask. They have to ask? Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, when it comes to changing the Constitution, you have to go to referendum. And the majority of people in the majority of states have to...
Well, that'd be a white man's rule, wouldn't it?
Well, yes, it is. White men wrote the Constitution. So we acknowledge Indigenous people as the traditional landowners of Australia. When we have a formal meeting, we actually acknowledge the country that we're on. The country is actually defined by language rather than area, because the Indigenous people of Australia are nomadic. So what happens is that someone from one tribe will go to another tribe if they're wandering through and say, "We're coming. Just is it okay?" And the leader of the nation will do a formal welcome to country. Now, in South Australia alone, there are something like officially 300 Aboriginal languages, and most of them have been lost as a result of English invasion of the Aboriginal people. And I met someone not that long ago who is endeavouring to recreate or actually bring back or write down or record all 300 languages, including the ones that have been lost over the years. And so now, up until 1986, the Aboriginal people in Western Australia were actually classified as fauna. They were actually classified in the Constitution as fauna. They were treated like animals. And it's very, very sad. So, yeah. Anyway, so now we're having it's actually been on the books for quite some time to include Aboriginal people in Parliament and have a voice in what goes on in the country. Unfortunately, we do need a referendum because we did have an exclusion policy, not to the extent that America had with the African American people, but fairly similar. I don't want to compare apples to oranges. I know you poked your head up, Betty, and I don't want to compare apples to oranges.
Oh, I wasn't thinking. I was just listening.
Yeah. And so in order to do that, in order to change anything of the Constitution, we have to have a vote each state, and each Parliament has to say, yes, we can have this referendum vote.
No, I just thought about something when I came to Australia. We were at the hospital, and they had like an arrow for the Aborigines to go to.
Yeah.
So why is that way? I never even asked my son about that, but I just noticed. Why did they
I've never known. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
But I can tell you something now. I went to Visiting Dead Adventures, and I forgot your name again. I apologise. I was at a conference, LGBTIQ conference, and we were talking about trans people, the sister girls and brother boys, trans Aboriginal people, and they wouldn't go to the clinic. They wouldn't go to a clinic to get hormones or whatever. They'd find other means of getting what they needed, but they wouldn't say no if someone came out to the Aboriginal populated areas and were handed out there. and the reason for that is because we ain't going to no white man clinic.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
yeah,
don't
so
blame them.
and that's the problem. We have a systematic white middle class approach to healthcare, and engaging with Aboriginal people is quite difficult because we don't understand their culture. We don't, it's hard to explain. But I mean, could you imagine a white male person trying to mansplain Black history? For example, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and I'm feeling like I'm sinking here, so I'm just going to shut up.
You're not thinking. You're not thinking.
Well, I don't think it should, Brunt. Well, I hope not.
I was just doing the stop that's a dance, stop all that mansplaining, and she goes, shh, it's a song that's out at the moment. So I hope you didn't think I was shushing you. It's I am your mother. You listen to me, that song. Stop all that mansplaining. Shh. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I did that very badly.
And you're right. First Nations people would rather be treated by other First Nation people than anyone else, and that's fair enough. Because I can't even begin to say that I have any understanding of what it's like to be First Nation or be in their shoes. I can learn and I can empathise, but that's about it. I'm not a peer. And I think that's how it's.
Oh, Werner going to bed. Good night.
I'll see you in bed soon.
Oh.
Later.
What's Wirrabinda, Sarah? What is Wirrabinda? I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Would that be an Aboriginal?
Yeah.
Aboriginal place? I can't think. Mission type place? I don't know. Thank you. I get very tongue-tied. I get very emotional and tongue-tied, and when I explain things, I like to make sure that I explain it well. And if I feel like I'm not explaining it well, I get even worse. Oh, fluffy. So I think it will happen. Where they sent all the First Nations people to hide them, and they got them out. Oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. And we certainly, I remember our history lessons, and it was all the Aboriginal, the First Nations people were bad, and we were all good, and we were doing wonderful things, and all that sort of thing. Australia history got very, very tainted right from the word go.
My father, Heather, my father is absolutely convinced. He was 80 this year. Absolutely convinced that white man coming over here and doing what they did was in the black man's favour. He speaks like that.
Oh.
We have to wait till those people drop dead.
Oh, no. That's not going to help, honey. That's what you think that's going to happen. That's already ingrained in the young. That's not.
Absolutely.
It's not going to happen. It's not.
It's been happening worldwide.
We will not see it in our generation.
No.
Yeah. Well, I come from that background, and Sarah, she's come from the same background, and we've both kicked it. We've both kicked that. We won't have it. We won't tolerate it. Mind you, my old man stood up in a restaurant and said, "I love Trump," to get attention. So.
Oh. Bring back Obamacare. Bring back Obama, and our Australian dollar rose through the roof.
Yes.
Oh, it was fabulous. And that's a funny thing. Like our Australia, even though we've got huge ties to China, the Australian dollar still relies on the balance of the is very much tied to the American dollar. If the American dollar falls, so does the Australian dollar. If the American economy collapses, the Australian dollar increases in value. But if the Chinese dollar does anything, it doesn't really make a lot of difference, even though most of our exports and imports and domestic
Interest rate.
stuff is tied to China.
Yeah, 0.5%.
No, we probably won't. Not in our lifetime. I got bills. I get paid so I can work every day.
Doesn't have
I got
Does it?
every day. Oh yeah, you got to pay your bills. You got to work every day. You got to pay your bills. Absolutely. Night, Werner. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I get very emotional when I talk about that. And I grew up very sheltered as well. It was only actually out by doing the work that I do that I learned so much. I really, really did. You know, all the advocacy work that I do, all the peer work that I do, working with people who are marginalized. It's really opened up my eyes to become a better person, an even more empathetic person than what I already am.
Absolutely. Education, definitely.
Yeah. The only time you ever look down at someone is when you're helping them up. Absolutely. I usually have to look up when I'm in the gutter. I usually look up at people. Hello.
There's this woman out the front of Coles at Kmart, the Coles down at Kmart, and she was sitting out the front begging, basically. And I sat down with her on the ground, just sat right down next to her. And I'd already asked her what she wanted when I went in the shop. And then I came out and gave her what she wanted, her iced coffee and her bun or whatever. And I sat down with her. And she said to me, she said, oh, you know, thanks heaps for talking to me and taking the time. And I said, oh, cool, no problem. She said, you know, most people look down on me. And I said, well, that's because you're sitting on the ground. How about we stand up? And that simple. Changed her attitude real. She just never came back there and begged again and got on with her life.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Bron, I'm with you, except I usually kill a lot of things I grow. I tried starting off with herbs and I sort of went. But anyway, so that's the yes/no vote. And the last time we had a referendum was to decide if we were going to remove the Queen as a head of state.
How long was that?
And that was back in 1990s, wasn't it? It was either the 80s or the 90s.
I don't remember.
I think it might have been the 80s because I don't remember voting.
I like growing veggies.
Brun wants to know, Betty, if you have a garden.
No.
I have a garden. I have 9 ducks, 2 chickens, and a garden.
I thought about getting a raised bed one. I was like, girl, please, you just kidding yourself.
No, that was actually, that wasn't, what was that? That wasn't a referendum. That was was it a plebiscite? A plebiscite, which is a little bit different because it wasn't constitutional. It was just against the law to be married. That was Bob Hawke. Bob Hawke actually put in a clause that every person who did marriage vows actually had to put in, I think it was a line that was specifically anti-gay. But yeah, that was just a law. And he only did that because our friggin' Prime Minister is a homophobe, or at the time, the friggin' Prime Minister was a homophobic shit, but promised to change the laws if everyone agreed. And he was expecting the no vote to come in, and that's why he did it. So he got short shift in that case because 61% voted for it. And yeah, that's what that was. Yes,
I'll sit in that chair behind me.
half miners raised, tire tracks, tire. Oh, okay. Ah,
Oh, that's
so
her garden.
tires in the garden. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Or you can do it with anything, can't you, Dee? Yes, you can make a garden out of anything. It's just easiest thing in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Water. That's the important thing.
There's a lady here that begs, and I stopped to give her, and she would not take it. She wanted money. She threw the food on the ground. Oh dear.
Wow.
Well, we know what she was after then. People have the right to live their life the way they want. Absolutely. Visiting Dead Adventures. Absolutely. My body, my business. If I'm not harming anyone. Yes. It's nobody else's business. Yes, absolutely. 1 week. And we'll be closer in time, Betty.
Yeah, I'll be back to what, 5:30 again?
Yeah, something like that. At the moment, if it was daylight savings, it would be 9:10, not 10:10. That's right, Fluffy. That's right. How do we get so deep and meaningful? I'm not normally this deep, certainly this time of night. Oh dear. Everyone's gone quiet on me.
Oh,
Normally,
I be
Betty and
trying to
Marty-
listen.
Yes,
Warmstrong said I talk too much, so I have to listen.
oh, okay. Fair enough. Normally, I can't shut Betty and Nadia up, but get them together and they both turn quiet. Have you had a coffee yet?
You can never talk too much. Don't listen to that. You can never
Yeah,
talk
but
too
you know what they're talking about, over talking somebody is basically what
It's
saying.
hard, isn't it? Yes, it is difficult with
So
the
I'm
talking.
trying
Yeah.
really hard.
Yes.
I've seen some lives where they've got like 8 people up, and it's just terrifying for me with my ADHD. And I was like, oh no, I can't.
8 people in your panel?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where they have, yeah, and
that will never be me ever.
Yeah, it's
many
full
people.
on.
Too many. No.
Yes, have you had a coffee yet? I don't know what that means. I know you like your coffee.
Yeah, I had my coffee. What you trying to say? I'm too hyper. I'm dead.
Now you're not talking enough.
Last week I was, when I was a little stressed. I came and took her show over.
Yeah.
And then I needed her. I needed her then. I know.
True, one side better the other, and I'm just going, yep.
I know.
Jeez, that was fun.
You were hosting, Heather. You were hosting that one.
Yeah, well, we did it after because I needed her because my the people that I was the girl that I was interviewing, they were an hour late. So
oh yes, that's right. Because I got off my arm.
Yeah, it was stressful. That was stressful.
And Betty was a bit stressed because they were late, and I'm like, oh, I'll jump on.
And then the language barrier, you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was too tired to stay for that chat.
So it turned out being good. And me and Novia Hap, the young lady, I always call her little girl, Lord have mercy. She has her own little girl. But we really, it's just some people you bond to right away, and we bonded with each other. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it all came out of that. So.
Yes. Yeah, well, there you go. It's good when you connect with people. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I guess the reason why I put the poll up for how long alive, because I went on, I was going to stay on an hour, and then I said, well, hour, 15 minutes. But what happened was I got off in an hour 15 minutes, but looked like I had to go, to try to get it all in. So I decided to go. Yeah, I decided because people were saying it was too short. So I decided to take it up to 2 hours and see how it goes from there. So I'm gonna take it up to 2 hours today because they were used to me being on longer. So everybody like, huh? What? She gone short?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's growing though. I try to take a lot of notes, is what I try to do, so I don't have the empty spots.
Okay. So what do you decide you're going to talk about each time you go live?
You know what? This is going to sound strange, and most people don't believe this, but I don't have no idea in the evenings of what I'm going to really talk about. It's when I get up in the morning, quiet time, get in the shower. Normally, when I get in the shower, then it'll all just start flowing in. And then I kind of know, or somebody will say something like I was talking to my friend Shane yesterday, and he was talking about nasty people. I was like, oh, that's, something will just pop up like that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Quite. We were talking about nasty people this morning, weren't we? We've been talking about nasty people all work,
Yeah,
Nadia.
they're nasty people.
Yes,
They
we
are
were.
nasty people. That's all I got
Nasty.
to say.
Heather was saying that she was considering doing a live on talking about acceptable behaviors and unacceptable behaviors.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's the great thing about this over here, the drama free. We've also
Absolutely.
made that commitment to the drama free. So,
but I think with the social media, because we're on the social platform, drama brings views. And even if you say,
of course,
and then even if you say you're a drama-free channel, you will never be a drama because somebody's gonna always bring it. But then it's up to you to stop it right away. You gotta nip it in the bud. Because I think Heather, remember, she had something happen one time. I don't know if it was about, I don't know, it was something, but I know she nipped it in the bud. I forgot what it was. And I think the person didn't come back, or you think maybe they unsubscribed to you. It was a while ago. I forgot what the lady, I forgot what she said, but she nipped it right in the bud. And that's what you do. You nip it in the bud.
Yes,
and then you go on.
I blocked both the people and I closed the live stream down.
Yeah.
No, I shut both the people up.
It's crazy.
Timed them out or whatever, and then I just shut the live stream down. And I said, I'm not dealing with this tonight. I'm too tired. It's too late. If you want to talk to me, contact me in the morning. You've got my Instagram.
Yeah. So sometimes, and then so I say when you're on live, you never know what's coming at you.
Oh, that's true. That's
you
true.
Never know. It's like the other day is, and I'm so glad this guy spoke up. He says, Betty, he was in somebody else's life. He said, did you block me? And I'm like, no. And then for some strange, I'm so glad he said it, because for some strange reason, I don't know how I blocked him. No reason, because I don't really even know him. So if he wouldn't have never spoke up, I wouldn't have ever known. So, I made sure when I went over and looked, I just couldn't believe I did it. So I heard and went over his Instagram and immediately apologized. And then, it's like, sometimes you have to speak up if you're not sure, but then, then you may get the answer that you're not looking for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So going live, you just don't know. You could say I'm drama free, but people are gonna bring it to you one way or the other.
And it's the way you deal with it that creates your thing to be drama free. Drama stops at me. If I've ever had drama coming on my doorstep, it stops at me.
Yeah, that's right. You're you're the gatekeeper.
I'm the gatekeeper.
And sometimes your moderators are, because I know Warmstrong's a great moderator. He kind of knows how to decipher what's what. I even had where I forgot a creator's name. And I said, I'm so sorry. This was on live. I said, I'm so sorry I forgot your name. Can you tell me your name again. And then they said, I know it. I'm like, okay. I won't ask you again then. That's what I say. Sometimes craziness just happens and you have to know how to just continue, and go on and not
Yeah.
let it, knock you over.
Yes, I think I've just been fairly fortunate not to have.
Yeah, I really have. I haven't had a lot, but and then I try to stay ahead of it sometimes
Yeah,
when I
that's
see it coming.
yeah, that's so true. That's so
When I
true.
see it coming. Because
Yeah.
other people will use your chat to say somebody blocked them, then they come in your chat and say that person blocked them and Betty tell them hi. I'm glad I missed that though. And Warmstrong had saw it. So it was like, tell Betty I said hi to whoever blocked them. And I'm like, why are you in here?
Hello, Punksy. Is it Punksy?
Yeah, Punksy.
How are you? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you could make it. Tell us a little bit about yourself because I think you're a new face to me, or a new avatar at least. I forget people's names all the time. I'm hopeless with names. Absolutely.
No, I don't think you've got my name today.
Yeah, I forgot your name. Yes.
You had to ask me what my name was. So, yeah, I'll vouch for that. And I see you every day walking. So,
I know. And I'm like, now, and I said, what was your name again? Oi, oi, oi. Oh, you're going to love my Pennsylvania. Oh, awesome. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. I love paranormal. Oh, Pasadena. Oh, that's amazing.
by visiting dead, yeah, I have to agree with that. Road rage is out of control, and so is hoon driving. We had someone killed in our area last week from hoon driving. Crazy. Anyway, moving on from dead people.
Yeah,
paranormal dead people. Same diff. Don't you dare crawl. We want you to say hello. Get up. I'll get the camera and show you everybody. Yeah.
Is that Pug Lily?
Easy.
Is that Pug Lily or Snuffles?
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie. Oh,
yeah, around the
he's crawling under the camera so he doesn't.
He's crawling behind me to go and make me a coffee. The sweetheart. He's my cousin.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yes.
So sweet. Just to get you going. Some try to mess with you on your channel just to get you going. I don't. I tell them to move on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've actually had messages from. This is totally unrelated to YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had messages from other people because they've been blocked by somebody else and they're trying to get their message across through me.
Yeah.
And I'm just reading these messages and listening to these voice messages, and I'm not even answering.
Yeah.
And they got to the point where they actually started insulting me personally.
Oh.
I'm like listening on, and I'm still not answering.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you want me to buy it? It's not going to happen. I don't play those games.
Yeah.
I am actually quite calm when it comes to myself being harassed or bullied. But you harass or bully my friends, that's when I start getting into trouble, and I'm in serious trouble, and you just want to step in and do something about it. But I'm like, it's like water off a duck's back.
Yeah.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can't hurt me. Unless, of course, you're throwing a big thesaurus. That might hurt. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, we're not talking paranormal tonight. But tonight is just about having a chat about everything. We, ignore their absolutely.
When you came on, they said, I guess it was 11:30 my time last night. I guess when you asked about somebody popping up. And I said, honey, I had been asleep for hours before you wrote. My husband, because he had went out with his family, and he said when he came home, he said, I was so knocked out. He was like, I didn't even hear Colin. He said, I got up and took Colin out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'd be knocked out at nighttime. You know, even with being monetized, you still got to do all the paperwork. Like you got to do tax forms. You gotta send your driver's license in front and back so they can properly ID you.
Oh,
What
wow.
else I got? Child. Oh, I'm like I'm at a job.
Yeah. Do you have to do paperwork on a regular basis, or is it just a once-off
No,
thing?
I'm sure it's just this time
Right.
is that first time going in before they pay you, and then they send you a PIN number.
Yes. You're
Yeah.
doing Google AdSense, aren't you, Betty?
Yeah,
Thank you.
AdSense. Yeah.
Yeah, Google AdSense. Yeah, you do
I'm
it
like,
once.
I'm retired. Just ask me my name and address, and then whatever tax form.
Oh,
Well, I
thank
didn't get my first.
you. Oh, thank you.
Where did it come from, Jamie? So,
I feel like that's a
American.
big warm hug. Love it.
Oh,
And then
Um,
you can press it to get your pin again. And then I did get a. Where'd the pin come from? Canada? I can't remember. But yeah, that was really weird getting the pin in the mail with the Google written on it. Was that you, Kim, not Jamie?
yeah.
you'd think it was spam, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was crazy. And I also like, after it didn't turn up the first time, I was almost a bit suspicious that it wasn't really ever going to happen. And you only get 3 chances or something for like if you don't get the pin, you can reapply for a pin, and then you can reapply for a pin, but you only get to do it 3 times.
But
And
that's crazy. If they have the correct address, why
Oh,
wouldn't
wow.
you get it?
yeah, well, I didn't get my first one, but I did get my second one. So yeah.
They
Oh,
say
thank
once you reach
you.
the threshold, I think it's like $10 or something.
61.
It's not. I know you only get to pay out for 100, but for the pin, once you reach the threshold of $10, and I know I've got that, so maybe I'll get it in a couple of weeks, hopefully.
I've got like hundreds. I'm using it as a savings scheme. And also
That's what I said I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna leave it.
yeah, and I also I give away like prizes, $20 prizes here and there, Jamie.
No, I haven't did. I haven't
yeah.
did that one.
And I think because if you encourage people to play the ads, you don't have to watch the ads, but if you encourage people to play the ads at the beginning of your videos and remind them that you make money every time you do that, and that you can give that back to them, some of it back to them, prizes and stuff like that, if they just play your ads, because it's that simple. It's how you earn money on YouTube, is by people playing your ads. And I didn't even expect to ever get monetized, let alone start having hundreds of dollars banking up. But for what we do as well, with the traveling, the petrol and the expenses and the adventures and things like that, it costs hundreds of dollars.
But that's what I'm going to use it as a savings. I'm not going to even. And that's what's neat about it. When you're retired, you can do that. Well, some people still can't, but it's nice when you can do that. You know what I mean? So
it's like the superannuation fund. Your YouTube channel, when some videos are evergreen, a lot of videos are what we call evergreen. Like Halloween comes around once a year. Christmas comes around once a year. If they're not specific to that particular year, people will see them again every Halloween and every Halloween. So they're called evergreens. And so even if you stop making content, your video will still be making money for you, because even when once you get monetized, that 4,000 hours, you don't have to keep that 4,000 hour rate going. As long as you keep creating content and you're viable, you're on YouTube and you're doing stuff, you won't lose your
monetization.
Yeah, you'll have to be
but
at the
you
right.
know what? I still used to like to see that. I like to see those hours. Now I can't see them. I like to see them. Yeah.
Oh, you can't see them. Oh,
Well, you can see the total, but I can't see. Maybe I don't know where to find them. You know,
You
at
just
first.
go into your analytics and then just drop down either 7 days, a month,
Oh, okay.
and change it to this.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that. Okay, thanks. I don't
yes.
know. I've looked at it so long. It's like,
Hey, I was going to say, Bran, wait till you get your first 100. You'll be thrilled. And
It sort of has a roll-on effect. You sort of get to a certain place. I get a couple of subs every day. I have no
yeah.
idea how or why.
And I'll tell you why. Because I wondered that. Because once you get over that 1,000, they push you out more. That's what happens. They push you out more, is what they do.
Yeah.
That's why
You definitely
you get
notice
those subs. I
You
noticed that how many they put, because it was like 100,000. They had done pushed me out to over 100,000 people. Because
wow.
and I always tell people to look at it this way. I always get out to the first ocean. This is how I explain it. And there's sharks because you got all these other creators. So you get pushed out into the first ocean and I always get gobbled up. I want to get out to the bigger ocean. If you can make it through the sharks and get to that second ocean, then you're on your way. But I always get ate up by the first sharks.
What's that? What do you mean by I've seen people pop up saying creators should get paid? Who should pay them? Visiting Dead. No,
See, that's
obviously.
because you're loved. I could not believe it if I made 100 now, close to 500. Oh,
Wow.
your chat's going
Yes,
down.
it happens. Yes, but you make good content, you'll get the.
Yeah,
And
130.
I must be a baby shark. Yes, we are baby sharks in infested waters.
Baby shark, baby shark,
Yeah, but it's work. By the time someone gets to us,
baby
it's
shark,
work. It is
mama.
no way it's not work.
Yes, I think it's worth it. I'm loving the journey, really. I'm loving and do you know what? I'm surprised because I was beating Werner for so long, like literally all our YouTube life to date. I was beating Werner in our watch hours and subscribers, and then all of a sudden he passes me, and I'm actually in his boat. I'm stuck on 860, and I've been stuck on that for quite some time now. And Werner's just going up and up and up and up. And he's not doing anything. He's actually literally saying, oh, fuck everything. All he does is just upload a video a week. He might go to a few lives, a few premieres, but that's literally it. And I'm like, how does he do it?
It's the content. That's what.
Yeah, it must be. It must be the
And then
thumbnail, the
somebody's probably
title.
sharing it.
It's probably the thumbnail, the title, the content. You've got to click the thumbnail. You've got to see the title first and click the thumbnail. That's the first port of call for any YouTube video. The content is what keeps people in. And if he's making good content, because his retention rate is actually quite good. It's around about 60%, which is really quite high, I believe. Now, if people type in Urbex, just URBEX in the chat, your link will drop and people can
connect. A little bit harder than that, Visiting Dead. Yeah, I like to make it a little bit harder than that. I like to make you watch a video before I give away money. That's cruel, I know.
Yes, yes. There you go, Dee. That's the right idea. You've got it. Everyone do the same. Just type in Urbex. Don't be shy. Come and say hi. There's a person on YouTube chat that does that a lot. Don't be shy. Come and say hi. Who was that? I said you should get that printed on a T-shirt. I want someone to create some merchandise for me, to design some merch for me. Do you know any people, Betty?
I don't know. You can ask Rich New Design.
Oh yeah.
You can ask him.
They need to be reasonably cost effective.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is, but I don't know if he'll do it right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to set up for my thing at 9.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think I'm gonna stay in the room. Usually I do it out, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough plugs in here.
It's funny you say that, Visiting Dead, because when I first started my channel, I had a thing. It actually still says it on some of my earlier videos that we'll never put ads on our videos. But what I didn't know was YouTube run ads on your videos anyway. And before you get monetized, they're making the money off them. They're not splitting it with you.
No.
So that's right. And so if you log out of your channel, if you're not monetized and just view it as somebody else, there'll be ads playing on your on the front of your videos. That YouTube have the right to pick and choose when they're going to do and what they're going to do with adverts, really outside of your channel as well. And I very hypocritically, when I did get monetized, started earning money. So
yeah, well, if they're going to do that, I don't see any.
Well, I'm not ashamed. I'm here for money, so
we're in for the money. Yeah, that's why we're rich.
We want to become YouTube sensations and roll in the money. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
the money.
Superannuation fund.
Yes. Yeah. And
How's Drew, Heather?
Sorry?
How's Drew? Was he okay, or I know he popped up?
He wasn't feeling the best, obviously, because he didn't come on the live stream. He was active an hour ago, so I reckon he's gone to bed now. He must be sick if he's gone to bed this early. Yeah, so I don't know if he's.
Yeah, but my first year was hell. I'm not gonna even lie. It was hard for me the first year. It was hell.
Why?
It was hell because I didn't know. Honestly, you know how, what I want to say, you know how some people know what they want to do when they come on. They already have a niche, and I never did. And I was just floating all over the place. So I never had a firm footing. And then I had to learn everything because I never edited before. So I was up a lot of all-nighters. And honestly, if it wasn't for my husband doing everything else, I wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, Jamie's a great support for me too.
I know. It's nice when you have, even though he's not out this part, I know he's back there. You know what I mean? So he'll run to the store. He'll do whatever. He'll do extra, with the dog and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he knows whatever benefits me is going to end up benefiting him. You know what I mean? So that's just crazy why people don't work together. It's crazy. It's like end up.
Absolutely, I agree. There's no point probably even having the relationship if you're not working together.
Thank you. I know a lot of people should have got out of relationships years ago. Now they're old, and you might as well stay on in there now. Like, I'm not saying an unhealthy.
No, I don't blame you either. I'm not going to turn down.
All this light is in my eyeglasses, and it won't be like this when I go live. It's all in my eye.
Yes. Werner and I could never have had a YouTube channel together. One of us is anal and the other one of us is a princess.
My husband's like that.
I'll let you guess who the anal one is.
Yeah, well, Jamie, I mean, he's sitting right next to me. He sits in cars while I do abandoned explores out in the middle of nowhere for, like 3/4 of an hour. And it just is patience and tolerance for the whole thing. He goes on a lot of explores with me, but when we got the dogs, it got a bit harder. Some days it'd be too hot for them, or it's just not appropriate to take them on site because it's too dangerous, and he'd stay back with them. He looks after them in the cemeteries while I'm doing videos. Amazing support. Amazing support.
Well, I really didn't enjoy it until I started not the past December, but so I'm in a year and a half. And I went the whole 2022.
Oh, pardon me.
Whole 2022. So that I was fighting it all the way. And then the end of last year, I took a break for about 6 weeks and still put out a video. And then I came back, and then I still wasn't sure. And then seemed like I got my momentum back. And then I decided to do living your best life over 60. So that works for me. And then the joy came, and I love doing lives. I love making videos, and I love editing too. So, but it took me a while to get there. I used to hear people say, love it. Love it. Love what?
Well, yeah, I have to admit I do love YouTube. I love everything about it. Well, mostly everything. Of course, I have days I'm like, have to watch that person again. No, only joking. It's not like that. But it's like there are aspects that I don't like getting. And I think I've talked to you about this before, Betty. Like moving on from one video to the next, I can't. If I'm in a headset of this one video and it finishes, I've then got to get my mind set to the next video, and I find it really, really difficult to get started on the new video, getting from one train of thought to another, because you gotta have different ideas. You've got to approach it differently, because each video, even though it's similar, they are all different.
Yeah.
And if you don't mix it up a bit.
Yeah. But it's gotten easy for me to do content. That's how I'm so far ahead. Before it was a struggle. It was like, what am I going to talk about? Now it's not a struggle.
Yeah,
so
that's right. And when you do paranormal, the content isn't yours. The content is the spirits. If the spirits aren't doing anything, you don't get anything.
Believe me, I know. I love the paranormal. I told you the only thing I don't like is the reading of the cards and all that. I don't like that. It don't settle well with my spirit. I know it. Whatever settles well for anybody's spirit, that's great. But it just for some reason it just
that's understandable.
It just don't sit well with it. And yes, I believe that. I believe, because I know I've seen too many things happen to not believe, even from childhood. So
yeah, absolutely.
Even for childhood.
I hate when your recordings and your phone shuts off, then you have to start again. So you end up with two videos. I don't know how to put them together.
Visiting Dead Adventures. You need to sit down and learn how to edit. It takes a little time. Believe me, it brought me to tears one day. And with those tears, everything fell into place. It was weird that day. I was having a hard day. And then I sat down. I don't know how, but I added a song. I added pictures. I was like, oh my God, I can do it.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went from a pretty easy editing program, which is one of the cheapest and the most simplest editing programs. You get very, very basic features with this program. And I was using that, and Werner wanted Final Cut. Heather, do you want to go halves in Final Cut Pro? I'm like, Final Cut Pro? Are you serious?
Final Cut Pro is expensive.
Yes, and I said, how much is it? Oh, it's only whatever it was, $5.
Uh-huh.
I think it was. And I go, oh, not really. And I'm like, yeah, come on, we need it. Anyway, so we went halves in Final Cut Pro. Werner purchased it through his what is it? His iPhone. What is it?
I'll be back.
His account, his iMac. What do you call? What's it called? iMac? No, iCloud or whatever it is. His iThing account. So I've now got two accounts. If I need to update Final Cut Pro, I need to log into Werner's account, update it, and then log back into mine. But Werner, I'm the one that ended up learning how to use Final Cut Pro. Werner didn't enjoy it as much as I did, and he's now using something else. And I'm learning all these wonderful tricks and stuff. You don't enjoy you don't like Final Cut Pro, did you? No. So I'm using it, and he's not.
Just start out with a free one. If you're just learning, just get OpenShot. It's free.
Yeah.
It's great, and just learn the basics. Just drag a clip over into it, then drag it onto the timeline. Add some music on the second line. You know, just learn some real little basic tricks.
You can I'll tell you one that you can use just on your phone. Do you prefer to use a phone or a
Yeah,
desktop?
that's it, isn't it, too? If he's using his phone, it's a very different world to having a program on your desktop. They're two very, very different things for editing.
And I'm going to give you a lot of young people use this, and it's so simple. It might take a bit of going through, but I don't like editing on my phone, and it's called, oh, you won't be able to see it. I'm just going to enlarge myself. It's that one. It's called CapCut, CAPCUT. And these are one of the things that I just started now. On the iPhone, see that one there? This one here, I can't. CAPCUT, that's what it looks like. And that's a fairly simple editing process that you can do. All you need to do is add, what have they got? They've got camera, retouch, captions, auto cut. You can even do auto cut. So you just go into your films, press on all your videos, select what videos you want. I wish people would stop. Next. And it uploads, right? Oh, there you go. Look at that. So there you go. So it's easy. That's how easy it is. Then you go next. And then go export. Export, and it goes straight to your phone. And then you can upload it. So that's called CapCut. Try that one. So if you just want a how do I get everyone back on? There we go. So if you just want a thing like that, do it. Get that.
On your phone, yeah.
And
OpenShot if you're on your computer, just for a free program. That's a great program.
Yeah, this is free.
I got Vegas.
Then you can change the templates. Like that. And of course, you should be able to, I'll stop it. You should be able to default sound, replace.
Just if you're on your computer visiting, Dad, use OpenShot. Start with that. It's just a bit of toned down version of the more complex ones. And if you have trouble learning a program, go on YouTube. There's so many videos telling you how to use these editing programs. The amount of times I've wanted to learn how to do one thing, and you just go on, watch a video with the particular editing program you've got, and you just split your screen and you play the video and you do it step by step, and eventually it just clicks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not a phone editing person. It's not complex enough for me. They're very basic, I think, in that they sort of make most of them for you. They do a lot of it for you. So if you want to talk over and do stuff like that, I think you need your desktop.
But you can just import and do your own.
Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Fantastic. Do you have to pay for that, Heather?
Sorry?
That cut one, do they charge you for it?
No, I think that's free. That's actually free. So it's like any editing program. You can use a on your phone, you can use a pre-settings, or you can just upload your own videos and do whatever you like and then download it. And it's fairly easy to do.
Visiting. I'm sorry. Visiting Dead Adventure. You are funny. You need to come over and join my channel, and so I can come to your channel. I can already see your.
Oh, you're welcome, Brun.
And go on your own YouTube channel. When you've got your YouTube channel up on your phone and there's a little cross down the bottom, press that where it says make a short, and press make a short, and you can bring one of your own videos in from your phone that you have never used. And that's got a few basic editing things in it, filters and stuff like that. You can put words on the screen, gives you a really good start on just making little videos. And you can make them from a video you've already got. If you've got a video on YouTube and you want to make a short from it, you bring up the video and you press. They changed the wording on it, didn't they, Heather? What do they call it now? Remix. Press remix, and it will make a short out of that particular video. And if you want to make a short out of a video that you haven't uploaded to YouTube, you go onto your YouTube channel and you press the little cross and you make a short and you bring your video into it. But there's already a video editing program in YouTube.
Yeah. Absolutely. What's the time? It's 10:49. We've got 10 minutes left, and then it's night from me.
Yeah.
Because I've got a good day tomorrow.
That'll be the perfect time.
I've got to clean.
Perfect time. Then I could start on my journey.
On your day's journey, yes. Your day's starting, our day's ending.
Yeah.
I have to get my vocal cords ready.
You have your own personal editor? Ugh.
I don't know. That would be hard for me. They have to really. I seen where one channel they started that, and I love their channel. No, I don't, because the editor to me is just not a good fit for them. To me, it's not. Maybe everybody else, but it was a channel I really liked. But I can tell when they start paying somebody to do it, it's like, I mean, it could be professional and it's still not right. And it's just.
It wasn't Adventures with Purpose, was it? They did that. Those ones that take the cars out and try to find people and stuff. They started out really basic. Their guys were all involved and everything, and then they went really professional with their editing, and it's great. It's droning. It's great. And it just pisses me off. Just go back to how you used to do it.
I know. And we all have to remember that as we grow, try not to really change, don't get so we got to be perfect. That's why I say you would have to find someone that has the same personality that you have, and they get you. I can't get somebody dry and that's not going to work.
Yeah,
I need somebody like what's his name over there, Visiting Dead Adventures. Go and edit. You can edit for me.
Yeah, but certainly start with shorts, and yeah, you'll soon get an idea of what you can do. I mean, at one stage I was doing little shorts, putting words up, and then I realized at the touch of a button, you could put a box around the words, and they stood out more. There's so much to learn. So
you can't get copyright on your own videos.
no, and there's a bit of a thing about copyright too. Like when we have karaoke night, and every song we play is copyright, but that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Getting a strike is a very different thing. Using somebody else's content without their permission is what you'll get a strike for on YouTube. Copyright strikes for playing music do not cost you anything apart from if you're monetized, they won't pay you. They'll give the money to the people who own the songs. So yeah, but it's not a strike. A strike's a very, very different thing. I've never had a strike, but I've had lots of copyright music. Yes. So don't ever worry about that. If you really want to have a video monetized and you walk through a shopping mall or you walk past a car and the radio's playing and the music gets picked up and it doesn't take much at all, they will put a copyright thing on it and you won't be able to monetize it. So that's where you really want to think, is there music in here that will stop me from getting the money from this video? But your video is fine with music. That's never a problem.
Yes, as long as you're using music that's from the channel that's free, or don't use music at all.
If you make a video,
then you're right. I mean, going what you do, going through cemeteries, wouldn't necessarily require music unless you wanted to use it as a filler. Correct.
Yeah. And I often have music playing at 10% in the background. I used to say and in my videos to fill in spaces. And after you watch your own videos, you just stop it. Don't do it. Just be quiet. And if you do run a track really lightly in the background, when you have those little moments where you're thinking and, you haven't got the right words to say it at the time, it just gets filled in by the music and it keeps the flow and the consistency going in that video. So, yeah, you learn as you go by watching your own videos as well.
And watch what other people do as well. Go Google in YouTube, just search easy editing, how to edit easily or something like that. And you'll see lots and lots of tutorials. And the more tutorials to watch, the more confident you'll become in wanting to use some of these. And I'm sure there would be CapCut tutorials on YouTube that you can watch and you can say, I can do that. Because what I do, I learn by doing. I can't look at something. I can't watch a 20-minute video and then go and do it. I have to have. If I were to learn how to use CapCut, and I don't know how to use it properly because I've only tried it 3 times, I either learn by doing, but if I'm watching a tutorial, I have to have the tutorial there, and they'll say, and they can't be this, if you've got CapCut, you've got the best things in SlideSpread, and what I'm going to teach, I skip all that. I can't deal with channels that do that huge long introduction for about 10 minutes and spend the last 5 minutes doing the tutorial. I've got to get into the tutorial straight away, and if they do that, then I'm on board. So they do step 1, and then I pause, and then I do step 1, and then I go back to make sure I got it right, and then I go to step 2, then I'll pause it, and I'll do step 2. That's how I work.
I think some of you buying subs and buying, there is nothing wrong with it. A lot of the big channels, a lot of people need to understand this. It's like a company. You can buy a YouTube channel that's already monetized with all the subs and ready to go. And a lot of those people that started out with those crime channels and things like that, they actually start out with an already monetized, ready to go YouTube channel, and you can buy them. And if you do buy views and you do things like that, you are generating your own channel. You're investing in your own channel. You don't have to always look at it like it's got to be a grassroots thing. A lot of people do. They go, I know I want to earn all my own subs. We just we grew. We grew slowly at the start, and then it just grows and it grows and it grows. But
Yeah.
you know, if you have a channel that's got good views, or you've bought views, or you do anything like that, it just makes your channel look better. And a lot of people start out that way. You'd be surprised. Those people that you look at, a lot of them that are big people, and you go, how did they ever get that? They probably bought an established already YouTube channel. It's very common.
Yeah. But can I say two things? Okay. One thing is, when you subscribe to somebody's channel, always make sure you watch a video, because if you don't watch a video and you don't write a comment, that sucker's going to drop off.
You'll lose a sub.
If
Yes.
I don't see you write a comment or anything, it's useless. Okay, I wanted to say that. I forgot about the second thing I was going. Oh, about buying the subs. The only thing about buying the subs to me is, and growing, or whatever way you get it, it could be empty. So you're going to have all these big numbers, but then you look at the videos, because you can look at a lot of large channels. They have the numbers, but they don't have the views on their videos.
Yeah.
The majority of them. That's the only thing. So it's like empty subs is what it is.
And then there's the channels that do take. I think that is the risk. There's channels that take off, like especially some of the crime channels that I watch, that get the million views and things like that, and they do take off, and you can never tell.
Well, they're going to take off anyway, even if they didn't buy it. If they went on the empty channel, if they got the content, it's going to take them off anyway. I prefer that. I get on there, let me do my work, and let's fly. Instead of going to something already prepared, waiting for me. I understand what you're saying.
I think for some people, YouTube's a business, and
it's a business to me.
Yeah, and in a different way to the way we do it as a business. For some people, it's actually like buying a company. You can buy shelf companies, and I think some people just operate that way, just to start up on a level. Mm.
But what I want to say is, a lot of times, and then I gotta go. A lot of times, we consider ourselves small YouTubers, but we're not. And the reason I say we're not is because the big YouTubers, they look back at us because they know this is where all the new stuff is coming from.
Yes.
So they look back and they take our stuff. You might not believe that, but they come back, they like, oh, these people, they got all this new stuff and ideas. And then they're able to hire people to come back and look at us little YouTubers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So they take from the little ones to keep themselves relevant.
I think everybody on YouTube takes from everybody.
I know that, but I'm just saying, we consider ourselves little, but we're not. You're never little, is what I think. That's what I'm saying. You are never small. And that's why I say I think sometimes they need to take that wording out. You're just starting. You're not small. You're really not.
Yes. And there are big YouTubers who do take little YouTubers' ideas and run with them.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yes, absolutely.
I've seen it. Yeah, but anyway.
Yes. Anyway, it is 11 o'clock. It's 10:59. I am going to thank Nadia and Becky for popping in and saying g'day. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for being here, whether you popped in or stayed for the whole 2 hours. That was absolutely amazing.
Ooh, 2 hours.
My Patreons, who are still Patreons. And I shall see you hopefully on Saturday tomorrow if I've got a premiere ready. If not, maybe Sunday if I'm not too tired.
Tomorrow night's karaoke. Ooh.
I saw you come in earlier and I forgot to say hello. I got sidetracked. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining us, Steph.
Oh, yes, Steph. At the seashore.
And yes, if not, I'll see you Saturday night for karaoke. Yeah. Okay, bye, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye. It's been fun. Now I know Intrepids.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.